Hey, folks. I have been up to some nonsense. So first of all, if you've watched any of these videos, you know that I've been kind of dissatisfied with the state of my league starter. When I league started Lightning Arrow Raider and eventually recently turned it into a Magic Find Lightning Arrow Deadeye, and that's also fine. But like the problem that I have is it's too squishy for me. I don't like squishy things. So this week I leveled in like a day and a half a champion, and it is now level 87. It is a lightning arrow champion, and like tree wise, it's not that wildly different than my other lightning arrow characters. Um, but the big thing is I get the benefits of being a champion, which make it significantly better. So we're gonna run a quick map. This is a T16 city square. Pop that in. And for the most part, like it's not any less killy than my other lightning arrow character was. It's just way higher survivability. So, like I can still rip through things. I don't have the MTX on this one. I might steal the MTX from my other lightning arrow characters since I'm probably not going to play the Magic Find variant. Or at least if I play Magic Find, I'll be taking gear from the other one and putting it on this one. But for the most part, like, it suffers from all the same weaknesses as the Lightning Arrow, Raider, and Deadeye did, in that, killing bosses is not the easiest thing in the world. So it takes a while. But also, like, I don't take a ton of damage. And we'll talk about that after I finish with this map. Okay, map complete. Sweet. So now we'll go ahead and loot the Crimson Temple. Okay. But yeah, so like it still can mostly blow up the entire screen, but does so in a way where I can take a lot more damage. And like if I take a hit, I can survive long enough for my leech to actually build up and heal myself up from the hit. So that's cool. I'm still a little weak on the chaos resistance department, and I am currently using a flask to solve that, which it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Um, I've also not really gone into any clusters with this character, in part because mostly I wanted to see how good I could get this without a ton of investment. Um, that way I could see, is this really viable for, you know, viable to use this as my mapping character for Bell League. Because like I'm probably going to start Righteous Fire as my original character, just because like Righteous Fire gives me a lot of access to, delve and things like that, which can help get resources for the group. But at some point, I'm gonna want a character that is faster than Righteous Fire for mapping purposes. And like I build multiple characters in a league. Like this is, I think, my seventh character of the league. So it was a given that I was going to build another character. Um, there we go. There's a T16. Didn't really even come close to death. So we'll go back to the hideout and we'll look at some of the defensive layers. So first of all, like I am running 80% ish physical reduction from armor and 80% ish evasion. I've also got 100% spell cap or spell suppression capped, and 53% suppression itself. My elemental resistances are all at 75. I wish they were higher, but I don't really have a great way of doing that. And then I've got 43 chaos resistance, so that whenever I have my flask up, it's capped as well. Yeah. So, and yeah, the multiple layers is nice. Because I've got permanent fortification, because I'm a champion, and I am using a perseverance belt, which gives me permanent onslaught while I'm fortified. So I just always have onslaught up. It also gives me 1% increased attack damage per 200 of my lowest between armor and evasion. So my lowest is armor, so it's 25,000 divided by 200 to get basically like a percentage, and I want to say it was like 85%, something like that. That's just a boost to my attack damage. I'm running Grace and Determination and a not entirely leveled Precision, but then I'm getting Defiance Banner free from my Ascendancy. So I have a lot of just survival. At some point, I'm going to take this down into Delve and see how well it does down there. But yeah, like gear wise, I'm not running around with anything crazy. Like this is a chest that I had laying around. This is a helm that I had laying around. These gloves I had laying around. These boots I'm pretty sure I had laying around. The belt I had in my these are the taming rings that I used previously on my lightning arrow build. This is a bow I bought. I did buy a bow, but mostly just because I didn't want to have to try and craft one. So I crafted the neck, mostly just picking up necks off the ground. I needed a lot of strength and a lot of intelligence. So this gives me, like 70 strength and 60, 50 intelligence. So that helps fix some of my problems. I've also got, minus to non-channeling skills to reduce the cost of my lightning arrows. Because realistically, like this build doesn't function terribly well unless I'm actually leeching. In my chest piece, I've got, some stuff I just needed to stick somewhere, like Flame Dash and Precision. But I've also got a Mana Forged arrow set up with Frenzy and Ensnaring Arrow and Culling Strike support. So that helps to, finish fights a little bit faster. I've also got a Mark on Hit set up for Sniper's Mark. I've got a Cast when damage taken set up for Molten Shell. So yeah, like I have a bunch of defensive layers, and I'm also still pretty killy, so I am a huge fan of this build. Anyway, like I will probably take this as far as I can take it, because quite honestly, like this is immediately shot forward to my favorite mapper, because it can still kill things really well, but also I don't have to worry about death quite so much. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to record a video because I think Monday I'm going to do a rundown of my builds of the league, and kind of grade them by my grading scale, because I have certain preferences, so anyway. I think next week I will probably be playing Diablo 4 Season 2, or at least giving it a shot, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.